俺はてめえらが好き放題してるのを見るのが嫌なんでな。俺たちの力の源はいわば怨念。
ここは天下の霊王宮。一元さんはお断りだぜ。暑かったら言ってくんな。別に抜きしやしねえけどよ。決勝一戦決定。
Hey, what is going on, guys? This is your boy the Death Smasher, and welcome back to another Bleach Brave Souls video. And once again, we are back with another Who Is Better video. And today, we are going to be comparing the brand new Tenjiro Kirinji, which recently came out, along with 1000 Year Blood War Round 8, along with Kiryu and Senjumaru. And we are going to be comparing him with Kokuto from Hellverse. Now, why compare these two units? Simple. They both have Soul Reaper Killer, and when Kokuto came out, he was by far the best Soul Reaper Killer that Speed has gotten up to date. Now, that being said, he may not have debilitating status ailments on all of his attacks, but his kit more than made up for not having any sort of debilitating status ailment, and of course, he does pack a ton of damage. He is by far the best movie character in the game, still to this day, considering most movie characters that this game has gotten are just mediocre to just downright garbage. Like, there are only a really few exceptional, really good movie characters, and Kokuto is one of them. So why not compare Kokuto with Tenjiro, who is by far right now the new best Soul Reaper killer? So let's just go ahead and get right into it. So first of all, we're just going to go ahead and compare their stats and skills first, then show you guys how I've built the characters, and then we will head right into the 5-star raid and compare the overall damage with balanced accessories. Now, unfortunately, I do not have the same equal accessories, so I will also have to change up a bit of things. Also, considering the fact that my Kokuto is 2 out of 5 with a level 5 focus, but that can easily be patched up by a Yuki. But anyways, let's just go ahead and take a look into Kokuto first. Now, Kokuto is a no affiliation unit, so when using him in IZ and Droplet Zone, he is immune to all sorts of killers until we get an IZ and Droplet Zone that has enemies that use no affiliation killer, which right now it isn't a big issue, so at the very least, Kokuto is a safe character to use. He's got 1030 stamina, attack at 645, defense at 352, focus at 340, and an SP of 745. He has really nice stats for when he first came out. He's got Soul Reaper Killer, strong attack recharge time minus 12%. And as we take a look at his kit, only his 3rd strong attack has weakening, and his special has a guaranteed proc to paralyze your enemies. He's got a 20% bruiser, devastation at 40%, long reach at 20%, frenzy, debilitator, and sprinter. So he's got 6 kills, which was fine because at the time when he came out, 6 kills were the cap of a character that they were able to get. So it's fine. And now let's just go and take a look at Tenjiro. Now, Tenjiro, unlike Kokuto, is a Squad 0 / Soul Reaper character. So, when bringing this unit into only Droplet Zone, he is going to be heavily affected by enemies that have Soul Reaper Killer. But in IZ, it's only captains that are affected by killers and not Soul Reapers. So, he's fine on IZ, just on Droplet Zone, it's going to be quite tough. But anyways, let's just go ahead and take a look at his stats. So, everything else, he's got higher than Kokuto except the attack. But anyways, he's got 1100 stamina, 642 attack, defense at 361, focus at 357, and an SP of 798. Strong attack recharge time minus 12% again, and Soul Reaper Killer. And now, when we go into his skills, that's where everything changes. He's got debilitating paralysis on all of his attacks. His special guarantees healing. By the time you or one of your co-op allies die, they come back with 50% of their health back. He's got a 20% bruiser. He's got a berserker of 20%. Devastation at 40%. He also has the increased speed attribute Soul Reaper strong attack damage at 20%. So basically, that is another Berserker that Tenjiro gets, and when bringing him in co-op or single player, if your other teammates happen to be using Soul Reaper characters, those said Soul Reapers will get the extra 20% buff. So in general, Tenjiro has a 40% Berserker right off the bat. He's got Havoc at 20%, he's got Frenzy, he's got Debilitator, and he's got Sprinter plus 2. So he's going to be way faster than Kokuto and will be able to do more damage compared to Kokuto. But anyways, now that we've seen how their stats and skills are, let me show you guys how I built them equally. Now, unfortunately, considering I lack duplicate holobates with 30% SP, and actually no, considering my Kokuto is 2 out of 5, I had to completely eliminate the focus. Because I had his focus up at level 5, just so that way I can just use my focus scrolls. But anyways, here's how I built him. I gave him a Yuki, Pill, and the Charm, which gives out stamina. The Charm and the Pill have 30% SP, while the Yuki only has 20% SP, because I did not have another Yuki with 30% SP. Only one, so had to equalize the stat upgrade in a way. Of course, the links are triple 12% recharge links, and yeah, that's how far we're going to be getting in terms of our strong attack cooldowns. And Tenjiro, same exact build actually. The same exact one, except that instead of having a Charm, he has a Robe with 30% SP, Pill with 30% SP, and the Yuki with 20% SP. Again, triple 12% strong attack recharge links. So yeah, the accessories and links are pretty much the same. And of course my Tenjiro is only 1 out of 5, not 2 out of 5. I'm not going to summon for dupes of this character, even though I would like to, but I'm just going to save up for the individual banners for the other characters. Now that you guys have seen how I built up both characters, let's just go ahead and get right into a 5-star raid and compare these characters side by side by first taking a look at their attacks and then testing out the damage. And of course, this is how much SP we have. Tenjiro has 2,443 SP, and Kokuto has 2,322. Alright, now that being said, let's just go ahead and jump on directly onto a 5-star raid. Alright, so here we are in the 5-star raid, and right off the bat, Kirinji does give himself the 20% Berserker to himself, but considering that Kokuto is a no affiliation unit, he does not get the extra 20% Berserker buff, so we will still be able to compare the characters equally without having to do separate runs and basically compare them side by side. But anyways, let's just go ahead and begin. Now, starting off with their normal attack damage string, considering that Kokuto does have a slightly higher attack stat and has long reach, his nat string is actually pretty good. You will be able to make a fine use out of his normal attacks and be able to do some good damage if you go for a normal attack damage build in 5-star raids, which is really nice. Now, Kirinji, on the other hand, he lacks long reach and, of course, has a slightly lower attack stat compared to Kokuto. So, you can still make a decent use out of his NAD build, but he just lacks the radius. That's the thing, and it's not really recommended when he actually lacks Poise and Flurry. Like, he has the same radius as the likes of Ichibei and Campfire on World Noitora, and those units at least have Flurry and Poise. Well, this guy, he just doesn't, and I honestly feel like he still has way less range compared to Ichibei, especially considering that his nat string is exactly the same as Ichibei, but with a bit less range. Anyways, that's the normal attack damage strings. And now, as we go and take a look at their first strong attack, Kokuto's first strong attack is a lunge, moves himself forward really nicely. Now, Tenjiro's strong attack is also a lunge, but is slightly slower and moves himself less forward compared to Kokuto, as you guys saw right here. Like, hold on. From the starting line, he gets over to that crack just fine. Well, Tenjiro, hold on, let's just see. He doesn't even surpass this little small crack underneath the earth, which is weird. But oh well, it is what it is. So yeah, that's their first strong attacks. Now Kokuto's second strong attack is a widespread attack. Really nice for crowd control and gets everything that is in his way while Kirinji's second strong attack is a B move. Now, fortunately, considering he does have Havoc, he does have a bit more range, but it has a bit less compared to Kokuto. However, compared to Kokuto, he will get enemies from the far distance. Like, hold on, we're right over here, right? Let's just... We barely got the enemies from that distance, but with Kirinji, we directly got him with the second strong attack, as you guys can see. So yeah, that's basically their second strong attacks. Now, Kokuto's third strong attack is 600 radius and then becomes 1000 radius. It's a strong attack that actually attracts enemies into one field and then explodes. While Kirinji, it's basically an AoE distant 1175 radius strong attack. Or was it 1180? I don't even remember the exact fucking radius. In other words, he has the same third strong attack as the Mind Koga, where you just need to get in front of the enemies, unleash it, and you'll be able to get everyone that is in range. So yeah, Kirinji has a way better third strong attack compared to Kokuto. And now let's just go ahead and get right into the damage test. 4.7k on the first. 3k. Now let's just see the second strong attack. 5.5k. And let's just go and take out Kokuto and see how much damage he does with the second strong attack. 3.8k. Oh yeah, now that I think about it, let me test it out. Okay, so this first does 3.1k. And now let's just see the third strong attacks. 4.6k with Kirinji. And 2.2k? I didn't get a nice read on that. Let me just go ahead and see it again. Considering it is a small little vortex that only does 6 hits, but it's not exactly a vortex considering it's still a nice third strong attack. Wow, I can't read. Fuck. Damn. Okay, hold on. Let me see it again. Fuck. That is actually pretty annoying that I can't read the actual numbers. You know, fuck it. I can't read it. But as you guys can see, it still is enough to take out the enemies. Now, Kirinji, even though his NAD string isn't the best, he does have the advantage of having debilitating status ailments on all of his attacks, while Kokuto only has weakening on his third strong attack, and his special is guaranteed to inflict paralysis. However, Kirinji, on the other hand, if you use his special, you basically give yourself and all your allies a free revive. So if I die right now, I will come back with 50% of my health back. Like, hold on, I'll just let the enemies go ahead and kill me. And there we go. As you guys can see, I come back with 50% of my fucking health. Okay, excuse me. But yeah, other than that, even though the strong attacks do actually vary, Kirinji does make it up with having a lot of damage and also being able to move faster on maps. But that's not to say that Kokuto is still not a bad character. If you don't have Kirinji, you can still use Kokuto just fine, considering he is still an amazing character. But if you guys have Kirinji, of course, I'd use him over Kokuto. I'd use Kirinji over Kokuto any day. Like, that's just how much I value Kirinji over Kokuto nowadays, considering he is a much better character, even though these strong attacks do vary. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. Let me know your opinions in the comment section below. Do you guys like Tenjiro better, or do you guys like Kokuto better? It's always nice to know if people still love to use Kokuto to this day, even after getting a brand new Soul Reaper killer for speed. So yeah, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to leave this video a like, share this video with your friends and family, click the bell notification so that way you guys are up to date with all of the videos I make. And that's it. This has been your boy the Deathmasher, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out, lads.